Did you know water is going to be powering your cars after all? Fuel Me Once here, driving instructor of the world. Everything old is new again. We're talking about water powering electric vehicles. Hydroelectric energy is one of the oldest forms of producing power in the world. Think of those old mills where you see that water turning the wheel. Later, someone thought to hook up it to a turbine and got electricity. Approximately 70% of all the renewable energy generated on Earth is from hydropower, with China being the largest producer, then the US, Brazil, Canada, India, and Russia. 37% of all the electricity we used in the US comes from hydropower, and that's about 96% of our total renewable energy. It's one of the lowest costs in the entire world to produce in maintenance, operations, and fuel. And in exceptive cases, oh, look at that, of major catastrophe, the facilities also last a long time without needing repairs or replacement. Hi, pretty kitty. And while wind and solar usually dominate the conversations about low-carbon electricity, hydropower, from one of the world's other resources, water, provides much more electricity worldwide than any other low-carbon energy source, nearly 8 times more power than solar, 1.5 more power than nuclear even. According to the International Energy Agency, water saw more growth between 2008 and today than any other power, but it's tied with wind. And hydroelectric power can provide resources to the grid immediately, serving as a flexible and reliable form of backup power during any kind of major electricity outages, disruptions. It also produces a number of benefits outside of electricity generation. It's got flood control, irrigation support, and of course, adding to our water supply. There are 3 kinds of hydroelectric facilities, most common being an impoundment. That's where you have a dam used to control the flood of water, and when more energy is needed, water is released from the dam, gravity takes over, water flows downward through a turbine, and as the blades of the turbine spin, you got electricity through a generator. You also have diversion facilities. They don't use a dam. They use a series of canals to push the water and channel it toward the generating power turbines. Third type is a pumped storage facility. The facility stores energy, and it could be from any source, pumps water uphill to a reservoir, and then when there's a demand, flows it back down to the lower reservoir, turns the turbine, generates more electricity. So the downside is you need large reservoirs. If they're not needed, then you need land that you can flood. Sometimes they dramatically change the landscape. They can affect river flows, water temperature, and over time can even degrade water quality with sediment building up. Got to also rely on